Rising, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am your chakra priestess here to do a requested video, requested reading to be exact, of Jay-Z. There was a lovely lady in the comment section that requested for me to do a reading for Jay-Z. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Just please keep in mind that all readings on my channel are for entertainment purposes only, due to everything is not set in stone because of free will. And I'm going into this just a little bit blindly. The only two recent reports that I've seen with Jay-Z so far was him getting receiving an accolade for one of his singles, finally, for Ninjas with Paris. So and of course, with the accusations of a particular individual stating that he is the son of Jay-Z. So that was the only two things that came into mind, or as I was just doing just a smidge of research, because I was like, all right. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. All right. So I'm going to pull from the Chakra Wisdom deck. Is that correct? No. The Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. Okay, yeah, because I have to specify which ones I'm using. Okay. So, what is Jay-Z's energy looking like? What is the state of Jay-Z? I can't necessarily see if I'm... Okay. What is the state of Jay-Z? Oh, we got the Abundance card, Solar Plexus energy, and Trickery at the bottom of the deck, at the heart. Okay, so there could be some mysticism and soulmate energy going on as well. So first starters, as the Abundance card came out for Mr. Jay-Z himself, aka Sean Carter, we have the Abundance card. Obviously, it's a solar plexus card because yellow is associated with the solar plexus, and it deals with your your self-esteem, your confidence, your willpower, how you will maneuver in life. Okay, what will you do? And quite interestingly, even though there is a treasure chest of coins, there are two different scenarios. There's a scenario where this person feels like he lost it all and he reverts to liquid spirits as a coping mechanism, or he could be operating in this type of energy as well with, he doesn't mind giving, but there's strings attached to it, which is why the Trickery card is at the bottom of the deck, because with the green aspect of this type of card, green is associated with the heart chakra, and that's where the unconditional love, that's where the love sector lies. So wherever his heart is at, there is some form of trickery when it comes to the abundance portion. So it seems like he could be playing, there's some trickery involved when it comes to possibly gaining or still obtaining his abundance. But to say the least, let's go ahead and dig a little deeper. He is in the sign, his sun sign is a Sagittarius. I know that for a fact because I'm not going to say otherwise. But Sagittarius are associated with the crown chakra, the divine connection. So keep that in mind, all right? Stick a pin to that. Now, let's go ahead and clarify the abundance card card for us. Clarify the abundance card. Woof. Look, yeah. Ironically, hush up. Silence, discretion, contemplation, consideration, and privacy. So he is moving in silence. There is some moving in silence action. And then we also have the 3 + 4 that equals 7. So we are in the universal year of 7. And as I stated before, you know, I did see the latest report with him receiving some accolades in regards to the song that he had with Kanye back in the day. So, other than that, he's still moving in silence to a certain degree. And then, far as like at the bottom of the deck, a little some I threw together, which is accomplishments, triumph, self-esteem, confidence, accolades, fame. And I just said that, okay? So, it seems like with him moving in silence, he has been able to accumulate the abundance, whether he lost out on it or there's some strings attached to it. So, and he there again, he just threw a little something together, meaning he with him moving in silence and all that other good jazz, he's been able to receive accolades, fame, and all that other stuff. Okay. So, let's go ahead and go into the hidden blockages of Jay-Z. So, what will be some hidden blockages for Jay-Z? Provide me one card of Jay-Z's hidden blockages. What are some hidden blockages? Being too serious. Why so serious? Which is interesting because Sagittarius are very free-spirited. So he may have a moon sign that is, you know, that possibly take things a little. He may have an earth sign. I wouldn't be surprised if he have like an earth sign moon in his chart, in his natal chart. But when it comes to his blockages, there's a tendency of him being too serious, being caught up in seriousness, which makes it hard to enjoy what he's doing. He needs to wake up and smell the roses. Okay, when he takes life too seriously, he risks of losing sight of what actually needs his attention. He needs to move away from thinking his purpose is his job, and he will start to see life in a new light. So there is a possible need for him to step back and rejuvenate. There we go. Rejuvenate. Play, explore your playful side, explore your inner child, even though it could possibly be hard for him to do, which is something that a lot of people would do it when they grown up in hardship. They will do anything and everything to like put a mask over it and not be and remove anything that reminds them of that, because that's just going to trigger something that is never have been addressed, okay, properly in a healthy way to heal. But all or nothing thinking is at the bottom of the deck. So whatever stops him from growing, adapting, and enjoying anything that isn't perfect. So he needs to honor his progress. If he moves past seeing black and white, the world opens up to an array of colorful possibilities. The key is to remind yourself that there are more than two outcomes for just about any situation, okay? All right. In between this card on the back, behind what was behind this card, there we go. is ignoring little details. So ignoring little details that may make a major difference, and he needs to appreciate the details. In front of the card is excessive giving, not standing in your value and receiving what you're truly worth. Help yourself first. So interesting. That's probably why he takes himself a little too seriously, because he probably has been given. And again, that reverts back to this. He probably has been given, but he has been having the feeling that he's been either left out in the cold and reverts to other indulgent activities to cope, or he just have a little strings attached to it just to make sure he get back what he puts out. Okay. Furthermore, the shadow side. Let's see what shadow side needs to be addressed or could be addressed with Jay-Z before we break it on down. Well, before we even break it on down, I do got to see what else is happening in the... Get a little update on what's the tea with them. But right now, what is the shadow side looking like? How can his shadow side be addressed? Did a card flip out? No. Okay. All right. So the shadow card, we got blamer shadow. Blame others for their mistakes. Unaccountable. Me against the world. There's a fight to urge to blame others for your situation by thinking about what you could learn if you accept responsibility. So victim blaming, victim shaming. Okay, now you want to blame the world. Okay. Gullible shadow is at the bottom of the deck. Easily misled or duped. Trustful, naive, lack of world experiences. There's a need to set and honor your boundaries, and don't fear walking away from situations that are not good for you. Interesting. I would have never expected for those type of cards to come out. Interesting. So we're going to hang on to that. Now, let's figure out what is the tea. What is the tea surrounding Sean Carter, a.k.a. Jay-Z, a.k.a. Jigga Man, all these name changes and stuff like that between him and Diddy? Lord have mercy. Let's see. I see child neglect was trying to come out swinging. All right, so what is the tea with Jay-Z? What is the tea? Pull and give me 3 cards with that. Okay, 1. Stalker. There's some stalking, watching, obsessing going on. What else? Didn't I just say the child neglect card was trying to come out? There's some child neglect going on. Bad parenting. Scared of or hates parents, etc. What else? Divination abuser. Oh my goodness, that is interesting. At the bottom of the deck, head in the clouds. This is my first time ever seeing this card. Got his head in the clouds. And didn't I just say that Sagittarius are associated with the crown chakra? Head in the clouds. Okay. At the top, we got looking you up, researching you, studying you, getting info. All right. If you can be your info, I can be your info. And behind, I'm gonna just go ahead and put this out there. Behind the head in the clouds is family issues. Okay. Now, let's figure out what is going on. What is the hidden truths? Because I did do a reading with him and Beyonce. I'm just going to see what has changed since then. Like just a little update. Okay, so what could be some hidden truths? Oh, we got chemistry. Got that king and queen activity going on. What else? Empty-handed. Okay. And what else? Sneaky. Who being sneaky? Is he being sneaky? A picture says 1,000 words. Immature. There's some immaturity at the bottom. Now let me find that breaker card. Okay, here we go. This is my breaker card, y'all. All right. So it's no boundaries, and look, gullible. So there's no boundaries. And contemplation, head in the clouds. Okay. Interesting. All right. So now that we see what is going on right now, let's go ahead and dive in. We about to dive in. Since I've been doing readings with this particular deck, I've been getting a lot of spiritual essence card spreads for the most part with these celebs I be reading about. I'm like, dang it, is there anybody? I think there was on like 1 or 2 readings that had like some physical essence cards within their spread. All right, so let's dive in. All right, let's go ahead and break it on down, y'all. So what's going on at the root with Jay-Z? What's going on at the root with Jay-Z? Okay, 2 cards want to come out. We got 10 of Swords in reverse. We got 5 of Cups. Ooh. Mentally and emotionally, there is something going on with that. All right, what's going on with the sacral? We got the Moon card. So there's some illusions, there's some secrets possibly. What's going on at the solar plexus? Got a 5 of Wands, so there's some conflict. At the heart, we have the Lover's card. To a certain degree, it's balanced, but not balanced because the Lover's card is in the heart section, but even though it's a crown chakra card, it's not balanced. So we're going to explore that region. The throat. What's going on at the throat? King of Swords. So he is, okay, so there's some maturity when it comes to thought process. Or he's like strategically cuts people off, per se. Third eye, what's going on? Two of Coins, decisions. Oh, the need of balance in the creativity department and at the root as well, because look like the ship is sailing. So he knows he has to make a decision when it comes to oh, that's, look at that. Ah, that clarifies that the ship is sailing, so he has to find a balance and make a decision money wise, okay, possession material wise. And the Crown, let's see what's going on at the Crown. All right, we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse, and that is a throat chakra card. Interesting. So, peeps, at the bottom of the deck, we have 8 of Swords. So, within his physical spread, I don't see no root chakra cards. It's at the bottom. That's what's hidden. That's like the shadow part of it. The 8 of Swords. So, what's hidden in regards to Jay-Z at the root when it comes to his when it comes to his safety, security, and survival, he is basically, where is it? He is basically entrapment mode, mentally entrapment, head in the clouds, okay, which could possibly lead to some immature tactics along the way. All right. And with him being sneaky, possibly. But if he keeps on, he's gonna be left empty-handed. So that clarifies that. The head in the clouds, it clarifies the 8 of Swords. Or the 8 of Swords clarifies the head in the clouds. Which is why there's some trickery in the heart section. That's why the Lovers is here in the heart section that came out. So let's go ahead and explore this, y'all, because this is getting interesting. Okay? All right. So, at the root, when it comes to his survival, his safety, and his security, we have the 10 of Swords in the reverse. The 10 of Swords in regular tarot is basically, excuse me, is basically talking about recovery, regeneration, the fear of ruin, the inevitable end. Meanwhile, associated, and this is within his solar plexus region, when it comes to this particular card. So mentally, there is some mental recovery, or he's recovering from something, possibly something traumatic, and it may be in regards to child neglect, possibly. And it may be in regards to the love aspect. But at the same time, we got the 5 of Cups here with the throat chakra card. And with the 5 of Cups, that is like mental, not mental, oh my gosh, not mental. Having the feeling, and he's probably vocalized it, having the feeling of loss, regret, disappointment, despair, and bereavement. So he experienced some type of loss within his foundational roots that there's a need for him to basically recover for it, and also to basically hold on, y'all. Yeah, it's just having that survival mode all the time. Now let me explore this as well. When it's let's see what the ten of well, I want to say 10 of cups. My gosh, the 10 of cups. Again, I'm saying again. The 10 of swords is basically the card of recovery from unavoidable defeat. All right. So the depths of sorrow is never as great as the love felt. This may be time to recover. You may have hit rock bottom, left the job, feeling pain lifted, but he does not need to rush himself. It's more important to allow himself to be more than a force, more important to allow himself to be than to force a plan when he may not really want to move on yet. So keywords for the 10 of swords is basically liberation, collapse, overkill, exhaustion, depression, and obsessive thoughts. So I'm going to go with obsessive thoughts since he had the head in the clouds type of deal. Meanwhile, with the 5 of cups and the throat chakra region, that deals with self-expression on all communication levels. So that is the card of false appearances. So basically, with him enduring some sort of grief and loss within the foundational root, that basically hitting rock bottom, he had to put on the front in order for him to move on as his survival tactic. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm getting from that. Moving forward with the moon and the sacral region, which deals with creativity, intimate relationships, whether it's with your parents or with your spouse. It also holds the child energy and co-creation, whether it's a passion project or bringing a physical being into light as well. So with the moon card being here and it being a mastery card, there is some illusions, to say the least. Okay, there the mastery of illusions. So yeah, master of illusion, because this is later on the fool's journey. The moon major arcana card is in the mastery section of these cards here. So with this is about self-trust, habits, unconscious, fearless, and psychic prophecies. So the moon eliminates our darkness and can be challenging if we're unable to see what's going on. When we are willing to see what is preventing us from clarity, we become the master of our own destiny. So with this moon card being here, there is a feeling that he has mastered his shadow side, or seeing the light through the tunnel when it comes to his shadow side. Okay, I hope y'all getting where I'm following at. Being able to honor his dark side. Basically, he there's a sense that he has mastered his divine feminine and divine masculine, as well as his shadow side. And he acknowledges it. And let's see what else is going on here. What I'm getting from this, because as I'm seeing this image here, he's probably been able to utilize, or has found, he's been able to find great success in acknowledging his his light and his darkness through his craft, through his self-expression, meaning his music. Okay, so basically that's what I'm getting from that in regards to image wise, textbook wise, and then regular tarot wise. All right, so following through with the Five of Wands, we got goodness, solar plexus with the Five of Wands. So there has been some conflict in regards to his self-confidence, his self-worth, because the solar plexus holds the region of self-acceptance, the self-esteem, the confidence, all that. So with the Five of Wands being there, okay, it seems like he had to fight for what he was worth, okay, to a sense. This is the card of mixed messages. So with this being in the solar plexus region, or with this card in general, let's start with there. It may trigger some discomfort and old feelings of things being more difficult than they really are. Is it a time when you generally give up? So keywords for this particular card is inner struggle, challenges, a skirmish, impatience, and hassle. So with this being in the solar plexus region, there's been obviously some inner struggle, some challenges, some discomfort. I'm going to say this right here. Being too serious. Being too serious. And possibly the blockages right there. That's what I'm getting. That helps clarify these two cards. Being too serious, not being able to enjoy it, and then the all or nothing thinking, it could stop your it can stop your growth, because you're basically again going by that scarcity and that survivor mode, and you shouldn't have to be like in that energy all the dang time. Okay. So he needs to move past seeing the black and white and look at the world from another perspective. Okay, and I know he has the capability because of his sun sign. And I do have to say that we are more than our sun signs. Sometimes we're more than our other signs in the in our natal chart than we are with our sun sign. So I'm just throwing that out there, okay? Book a reading with me, all right? If you want to know a little bit more about that. So moving forward with the Lovers card in the heart chakra region, and I'm like so far behind, my gosh. The heart chakra card is the Lovers card, and that is a crown chakra card. So with the Lovers card being here is the sign associated with the Lovers card is Gemini, and we are in Gemini season. So with that being said, this is about clarity, enlightenment, knowing, cosmic consciousness, and union. So basically with this particular card, it's saying the Fool's first visit, the 7th chakra card, we wonder if she learned, has she learned of real love or only dreamt of it? Doesn't matter. Her connection to the universal consciousness has always been there. She needs this, she sends this message to create the world, the union, the partnership, and the pain, pleasure she seeks. So, so basically, has he, where his heart is at is basically, does he know, has he learned how to love properly in a healthy manner? That's the thing. I forgot what that song. is it is called I've learned to respect the power of love. Has he learned that? Quite frankly, okay? Has he learned it? Because the Lover's card is all about love, union, relationships, values, alignment, and choices. So, has he been able to have a divine connection, a successful divine connection in a loving manner? Whether it's with him and his higher self or him and Beyonce, and the list goes forward. All right. So that's something to keep in mind. That probably explains this chemistry card here. Okay. And someone is being stalking about it. Someone is being stalkish about it. Anyways, throat chakra, because I'm running behind. I'm supposed to have been done with this by now, but this is getting interesting. The King of Swords in the throat chakra region. Well, let's see. The King of Swords is obviously, okay, with this particular card, right? In this particular deck, it is about the King of Verbal Precision. So he's a wordsmith. Okay. Clarifying discussions are required for him to get clear on his true intentions. This is not a time for subtlety. Be direct or you will repeat the past. Okay. So he needs to allow things to fully unfold before saying no. He may have created what he wanted, though it may not look the way he thought it would. But he can change the original intent to fit his outcome. So he needs to vocalize, and he really needs to get clear on what he wants in his life, what he wants to accomplish in his life, and what is his true intentions in doing so. All right, that's what I'm getting for that, to say the least. All right, because we do have some dogs here. And, you know, dogs, they represents loyalty now. So it's basically like where he is basically weeding out the people that is not loyal to him. Because I'm seeing the dogs here in this image. So he is probably definitely vocalizing like, if you're not with me, you're against me, and you're just gonna get cut off, basically. If you don't show no loyal to me, I'm not showing no loyal to you, so you're gonna get cut off. All right. Moving on with the third eye chakra card, region, we have the Two of Coins. So as I'm viewing this card intuitively, of course, with the Two of Coins in regular tarot, aka the Two of Pentacles, it's basically a person that's juggling, and there's a need to find a balance. So on the flip side, I do see a ship that is sailing, right, that's moving on, along with this individual possibly choosing to walk through the door of you know, how should I say, walking through the door opportunity. There we go. So there's a decision that he needs to make, and he knows it, but he's got to be willing to do it. He's got to be willing to do so. That way he could be able to find an equal balance. And I do see essence of red in here. So the red is where his survival, his safety, and his security lies. So there is a decision and a need of balance, where not only within his foundational standpoint, but also how he feels about it. Okay. How he intuitively feels about it, going with his gut, because we're talking about being in connection with his physical intuition, which is his gut, his feelings, and then going with his spiritual eye as well, with the third eye. Okay. Now with the crown chakra region, we have the king, the Knight of Swords in reverse. So the Nine of Swords in reverse and regular tarot is all about scattered thoughts, disregard for consequences. And again, that verifies the head in the clouds aspect, and that's because the sword suit in regular tarot deals with the mental, the intellect. So with his divine connection, that is leaving him scattered, and he's on the other side of the spectrum of cloud nine. He's not hold on, let me out. It is the card of rapid results with the Knight of Swords. With it being in reverse, he's being illogical, unclear, slowless, and there's in experiencing some negativity, like some pessimistic attitude. So in order to get that back in upright, he got to revert back to the previous one, which is make a decision on his material resourceful aspect, but also cut out who is basically keeping you from your abundance. Okay. And with his head being in the clouds, again, that leads to immature tactics as well as sneaky tactics. And if he don't watch out, it could leave him being empty-handed. All right. So that is the breakdown analysis on that portion. And I'm going to like zoom through the last portion of this reading. And I will chop this video down to 2 sections. That way I can keep people occupied. So the lesson that Jay-Z will be learning at this moment. What lesson is Jay-Z learning? What lesson is Jay-Z learning? The regret card was trying to come out. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So with this being in the green, heart. With this card being green, I'm going to say the heart. Heart health. At the bottom, he needs to trust. I accept that my inner voice will always accept. Or will always guide me correctly. And how can he improve doing this? How can he improve doing this? Relationship change. That came out in flying colors. He needs to vocalize it. And wherever his heart is, whatever his heart is at this moment, he needs to vocalize it and come to a peaceful resolution in regards to ending a relationship. And not have no hard feelings at the same time. Otherwise, again, this comes into play. Stalker, divination abuser, because there was good chemistry to whomever he is interacting with, okay? At the bottom of the deck, he needs to surrender. Get grounded with this red aspect. He needs to surrender himself, basically. Get grounded so he can start getting back connected to the source himself, okay? So he can heal and forgive. because that was in between the relationship change card. Lastly, life coaching message. Now, this is advice. What will be the closing message for Jay-Z? Gosh, increase in universal mind. Let's see if something else coming. Nourishment. You're being asked to take time for self-care so you can be able to bring balance. At the bottom of the deck, support team. 2 minds are better than 1. 3 minds are better than 2. And 4 minds are unstoppable. So whoever is your support team that sticks with you through good or bad, stick with them and pull back and get some self-care for get some self-care. Since that mentioned self-care, let me pull out my self-care deck. Right quick. I know I'm supposed to have been in it by now. My goodness. What could be the self-care for Jay-Z? What self-care does Jay-Z need? Clarify your desires. Cut through the confusion. Use your intuition to guide you. Hold up. Where is it? Where is it? Where them dang cards at? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Is it in this deck? Oh man. Y'all know what cards came out. The King of Swords. The King of Swords came. What's at the bottom? Cook more. Reduce the urge to eat out and cook more meals at home. Oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. To clarify this card, look. King of Swords. That clarifies that. I would say the Knight of Swords too, but definitely the King of Swords. What's the Knight of Swords? Nine of Swords, because Knight of Swords, because that was talking about that as well. All right, y'all. That concludes the reading for Jay-Z. This is a long one, so I will break it up into 2 parts, okay? Just so I can keep y'all interested. Feel free to comment down below what other celebrity you want me to read. There are a couple other readings that celebrity readings that I'll be recording, so I can put those out with a quickness. But yeah, sound off in the comment section what y'all think about Jay-Z's reading. Thank you to the subscriber who had commented under I believe it was the Jay-Z and Beyonce video to do a reading with for Jay-Z. Keep them coming. Thank you all to have subscribed so far, and welcome back to the ones who have been subscribed ever since I started the channel. Again, I am on the road to 1K, so help me get there, y'all. And of course, you can listen to my podcast, So Holistic. It has been on a major hold right now because I am going through a major transition at this present moment. But until next time, always remember to love thyself, know thyself, soothe thyself so you can heal thyself. And I'll see you guys in the next one.